Alyss again, and it's time for another edition of Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with the purple fox that unboxes things. I am, of course, your host, Alyss 2.0, and today we're doing this. We are finally doing this after a year of waiting. We are unboxing Alyss 2.0. I know, I am super excited. I don't know if you're excited enough, but I'm totally excited. Unfortunately, I need a lot of space to do this, so I am moving to my living room to film this. And my lapel mic doesn't reach that far, so you're going to have to hear me yell. That is why I'm not wearing a mask today. So hopefully this will be the first and last time you will see this. But let's get on to it. I am so excited to get Alyss 2.0. I think I got it roughly a month ago-ish, right before all the craziness that happened with my life. So yes, I am now back after a very relaxing vacation and a very stressful week at an appraisal course. So I am feeling really weird and logy right now, and I woke up with a pounding migraine. But I took an ibuprofen, and I'm now ready to do this. I cannot tell you how excited I am. It, I believe, was about a year ago that I recommissioned Alyss 2.0. If you do not know the full saga of what happened to my original suit, there is a video for that. I believe there was actually 2 of those. If I can figure out how YouTube works, I will try to post them somewhere here in this video. But if not, you can just look for them in my past videos. I only have like 35 videos. There's not many to go through. So, but the, too long didn't watch is that I sent Alyss for repairs. The fan had broken, or rather the cable in the fan had broken, and you really need a fan in the resonette. So I sent that. I also sent my paws because they were kind of coming undone. I did repair them at one point, but I figured since I'm sending the stuff, I'll go ahead and send that. I also sent, I believe, the feet paws. She's going to try and restuff those. And shenanigans happened with the Costa Rican post office. They demanded extra money, and we weren't going to pay that, so she's just going to send it back to me and send me like an extra fan and some like extra paws or something like that. And we never saw the suit again. Neither of us know where the suit is. I sent 4 letters to USPS about the missing suit and the appeal I tried to file to get my insurance back. I believe the last letter I sent was in like January-ish. I'd have to go actually look at the letter and see. Have not heard anything back. So as of today, on camera, I am disclosing that account. Alyss 1.0 is gone. Don't know where she is. She's probably not coming back. Fortunately, I lost my insurance money too, so that is unfortunately $1,600 I will never see again. But instead of moping around and crying, I just did that in the first few months of COVID. I went and talked to Blue Wolf Studios, and we got me another suit. And she did give me a bit of a discount because of what happened. So what I did pay for this is not going to be her standard rates. But I really appreciate her working with me. And as she was making this, she was experimenting with some other methods for making fursuits. So I believe this suit is actually, the base is 3D printed. Alyss's last base was resin, which gave her that more realistic look. Not realistic, but the semi-real look. We did keep that aesthetic here. I didn't really change much with her suit. I just wanted a new one. But I wanted to look pretty much exactly like the old one. She has made some revisions on the paws. She very much revitalized the feet paws. I can't wait to show you that because there's just an option that I believe that comes standard that is really cool, and normally you have to pay extra for other makers. So I am excited to show you that. But we're going to pull all of these pieces out and get to it. Once I got the box, I did, open it up. I looked at it and I said, yep, that's a fursuit, and then I put it away. So I'm going to be unboxing it with you guys, very much so. I obviously know what's in it because I know what we ordered, but I haven't seen everything in detail. So I'm really looking forward to that. After that, I will try and take some video of me in the full suit as much as I can. Again, this was commissioned about a year ago, and unfortunately I've gotten fatter in the past years, so the arm sleeves and the leg sleeves may not fit. I also may compare it to the tail and the other arm sleeves I still do have, just to see if the colors match. I'm just curious about that. If they don't, that's not on Blue Wolf. This is a completely separate suit that's, 3 years apart from the first one, and dye lots change. You could buy let's say, blue or whatever from how fabrics today and then a year from now could be the same name of blue, like navy blue or midnight blue or whatever it is, but since they're using different bolts and they all have been dyed slightly differently, the fur or the fabric color you get today might be different from next year. So they may match, which would be cool. They might not match. If they do, then I could actually wear my old stuff with this stuff. I was a lot thinner with my older stuff, so if I ever lose weight, I could probably implement those arm sleeves with this new suit, and that would be great. And the tail is just a tail, so it doesn't really matter. But let us get into this. This is the first part I'm going to open. It is, I think it's the paws, the sleeves. It looks like it was vacuum sealed, which is really smart. I don't know if that'll cut down on like the shipping price or anything. I don't know if that changes the weight or how that works, but it's nice and tidy and helps everything fit, so that's really nice. Oh yeah, there's the trim looks a lot more comfortable. I don't know if these are leg sleeves or arm sleeves. These look really huge. They're definitely leg sleeves, because look at my legs. They grab the other pair out. So I'm just pulling things out from kind of top to bottom. There's some stuff buried in there, but we'll get to it. These look like the leg sleeves. I don't know if I stand up, I'll go out of shot, but these are the leg sleeves. Again, I got really fat, so that's why these are really big leg sleeves. And I was wondering how we keep these up. Do suspenders or elastic? Apparently, it's this drawstring for like stretch pants. Like stretch pants and a few other things. So I guess I'm just putting this on my legs and pulling this in, and hopefully it will stay. We'll figure that out when I try it on. Hopefully because of my unfortunate weight gain, I do not have any like jean shorts that fit me. Fur is flying everywhere already. So I do not know if I will have these on for part of this video. I'm not sure. I'll try. I do have a set of like sports shorts from literally high school. Like they say, Southeast Spartans 2004. So those still fit. I still, prance around in those every once in a while. So if I need something, some kind of shorts to wear these, I might just pick those. I'll probably come out here and I will look ridiculous, but that's okay as long as you guys can see the leg sleeves. But I am curious to see how high up they go or how far down they go or how that works. So these are, again, the leg sleeves. My leggies. And I almost forgot to mention, this is new. With a Blue Wolf partial in the past, it included, and you saw, the head, the paws, the tail, arm sleeves, and feet paws. The new full partial includes leg sleeves as well. Those were not extra. So that's really cool. You all but have a full set. You're just covering. It's just your torso that isn't covered. And I mean, since you're just wearing regular clothes here, you're going to be a heck of a lot cooler than if you're wearing a full suit. So I'm going to put these off to the side. I can't really put them anywhere that you can keep seeing them until except like here. I want to put them here because Alyss is here, and Akina's just going to chill for today, so hopefully you don't mind. These are the arm sleeves. So, use those. Since I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm going to put those on. Oh, they look actually feel like they fit. So, nice. Not sure what I'm going to do with these once I lose weight, if I ever do. So I'll have to figure out how to take them in without, completely butchering the way the fur lies and everything. But these seem to fit pretty well, and I'm wearing a t-shirt under it. So generally when I wear these sleeves, for, if you do not know much about fursuits, for like a full suit, most people will wear Under Armour, specifically Under Armour heat gear. I do have a set of that. The Under Armour shirt definitely doesn't fit now because I've gained so much weight. But I do have that. I also have like an Amazon generic equivalent of Under Armour heat gear. But that's what you wear under a fursuit. You generally wear those. Those are things that, wick away the sweat, keep you cool. You do not want to wear a t-shirt or anything like this because it's going to be too heavy. You don't want to wear anything at all because, again, your sweat will go directly into your suit. And it's also not going to feel well. People see the outside of these suits, and they are so soft. They're really, really nice. But they don't realize, I can never pull this off, this is the inside of a sleeve. Just so you know. The backing is really rough on these type of things. So, contrary to how it may look, it's not super comfortable to have this directly against your skin. So yeah, no one's walking around in just their underwear in a fursuit. I mean, if you are, you do you, but that sounds horribly hot and extremely uncomfortable and scratchy. But I see that with this, I can actually go ahead and slip this on even though I'm wearing a t-shirt. With the leg sleeves, obviously I have to take my pants off while I'm doing that on camera. But these just slip right over, maybe. Try to get that. Ah, I feel powerful. When I wear these, it makes me feel even fatter. It's because I put something on here, and I have so much fur on me. It just makes me feel even bigger, which sucks. But that's basically how it goes. And you saw the elastic here. This is what keeps this up. And I really liked that. I had no issue with it. And how I usually wear the arm sleeves is I will put on that Under Armour or the Amazon equivalent, and then I'll put the sleeves on, and then I'll put a t-shirt on. So it's not really required to wear anything underneath like sleeves, but I tend to do that because, again, as of right now, I'm feeling that backing in the front of in my forearm. The back of my arm is covered by a t-shirt, but this forearm part is being touched by scratchy backing, and it's not really pleasant. So that's why I tend to wear something underneath my sleeves. But you don't necessarily have to. But arm sleeves look really good. Everything looks really nice and sewn. I will say, again, this took about a year, which really surprised me. Unfortunately, Blue Wolf doesn't seem to do deadlines. When I got Alyss 1.0, I set a deadline, I think 2 months before Midwest Fur Fest 2018. That's when I wanted to get her. And it took an extra month, but I'd allowed that month buffer, so it wasn't really a big deal. I still got to wear for MFF 2018 and a few bowling outings with the St. Louis Furs back when I lived down south. But this time, again, it took a whole year. So if you really need a deadline hit, I don't know if she can make that. You'd have to really discuss it with her. So I will be upfront honest about that. Deadlines may not happen with Blue Wolf Studios, but generally her stuff is really, really good. I still recommend this artist. I did have a few apprehensive moments. I really wanted to see some pictures of stuff, and it took a while to get those. But, everything looked pretty great. There's a couple, little clipping errors here, but for the most part, shearing the fur. But for the most part, it looks really, really nice. It's really good. Some of these I'm guessing is creases, honestly. There are ways to, if you keep your fursuit in a suitcase, which I do, and I haven't looked at my old stuff since I sent Alyss away, so I would need to check the tail and the sleeves to see if this is an issue. But sometimes when you pack it up, the fur will get used to sticking wherever you packed it. So there are ways to kind of get that out. Some of them do involve heat. I would definitely look at tutorials first before you try that. I'm pretty sure Sky High Studios has done a tutorial with that, so I would suggest one of her vids. Pokari might have done one as well. But there are ways to get these kind of creases out of fur just with very, very light, very quick heat. You leave it on too long, you're going to melt this. This is plastic, people. It's not real fur. So once you destroy this, it's gone. It's not growing back right. You're going to have to just replace it. So I will look into those heat methods. But for the most part, these look really, really good and really fluffy. And the fur is getting everywhere. I really want to make fursuit parts one day. I have quite a few characters I can utilize. You're not going to stay. So over here. But I'm not looking forward to working with fur. As you can see, just opening this character, it gets everywhere. So I've heard from a lot of makers, you need because masks are everywhere. You have to wear them. Wear a mask when you're messing with fur because it will get everywhere and you do not want that crap in your mouth. I used to work at a few horse stalls, and back when I rode horses, I was around barns a lot. Years later, I was still spitting up straw from my nose, my mouth, my system. It's not fun, people. Protect yourself. Finally, in here, we've got the pobs. Very heavy pobs, because, all the things in there are really heavy. These were made a bit differently. I kind of like this style a lot better, honestly. They just... the fingers on the old one looked a bit thinner, so I like the fact that these are more full body sounds really weird when talking about paws, but just a bit bigger, a bit fatter, but not like stuffed paws, nothing like that. I do not know which is which. Did she label these, or do I have to just make it? I'm not just making it. Yes, I think that's it. I think so. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one actually fits over my Fitbit. I am so happy. When I did measurements for my first set, I forgot to take my Fitbit into account, so it got really tight here. I am liking this. It feels a little short in the, like, where my fingers actually are, and it's a little hard, but that's mainly because I have, not silicone, resin claws, just like the first one. The first Alyss also had resin claws. She had silicone paw pads. The silicone looks pretty good. I know that Blue Wolf was experimenting. Again, I did mention that, so some of the stuff is going to look a bit different from before. And like this, the leg sleeves are completely new. That's a completely new thing she added. With the sleeves, they're about the same. Not the same. But except bigger because I'm fatter. But with the paws, they do look a little different. She was actually trying to make this silicone herself. So that's why it's a little rough, if you can see that. And I'll probably do some close-ups of these. I might. Generally, I don't with things this big, but the camera's really far away from me today. But yeah, so these are the paws, which are a pain in the butt to get on when you're by yourself. Oops, I lost my finger. Pops! Pops! Not looking forward to unboxing small stuff with these paws. Nothing against these paws or my old paws or Blue Wolf. It is not easy opening things with Fursuit paws, as you've seen in my earlier videos. So that I'm not looking forward to. But I'm really happy. I love these paws. I think the silicone came out pretty well. This one looks a little bit off center, but that's okay. That's okay. But here are my paws. Put those away. And they're gonna fall off, and you gotta look. Next, we have my feet paws. My feet. These look a bit rounder than the first ones. They were kind of flat, the first version. They were just kind of on the top of the paw. She made them a bit rounder like an actual foot would be. These are the paws, or the feet, or the paw pads. There we go. And last time I just got an outdoor because that's what I'm going to use. I figured, why would I get indoor if I'm going to be outdoors all the time? Obviously, outdoor is fine for indoors as well, like walking around a convention. But you do not want to wear these like outside in the street because you will tear them up very quickly. That's why we have outdoor paw pads. But I didn't have to decide this time. This is something else that she started, and this is really cool if it works. You see these indoors, they're connected by a Velcro. Oh my God, yeah, I know. The outdoors are in here somewhere. There's one. So just, I'll give you a Velcro. Just stick them on here. Darn it. Make it straighter than I did. But now, you got outdoor paw pads. Or not paw pads, but feet pads. And I love this because generally when you order from a maker, they will often do outdoor or indoor. There are some that just do outdoor because indoor can be a pain in the butt. Just, all the extra crap that goes with it. But it is an either or thing usually. And most makers will let you get both if you want, but it's an extra cost because they have to make 2 different paws. So, feet paws. So I really like what she came up with here. I know at one point she was working with magnets to try and get this to work, and I guess it just didn't work. So she is utilizing the world's strongest Velcro, I'm assuming, to get this to work, and I think it's a really novel idea. Obviously, I have not walked around in them. They're just coming out of the box now, so I don't know how well they work. And shuffling around my house might be different from shuffling around on the street, which might be different from shuffling around in the convention space. So I'll let you guys know, and I will prance around in them around the house at the very least. I will probably go prance around in them at my parents' house. They have nice hardwood floors, and it will be awesome. I'll see if I can get some video of that. But yeah, these are the new feet paws. The 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 feet. The shoes are a bit different. They feel kind of like Crocs. I don't know how well they fit because I haven't had them on yet. But it's hard to show you this. If you've ever seen certain shoes, they have like those little bumps in them all over the place. They're supposed to kind of like massage your foot and all of that. That's what's in here. It's not a standard tennis shoe. I think these actually are Crocs. I've never been a fan of Crocs. Like, I hear they're super comfortable. Never liked the style, but to be honest, the shoes I'm wearing now are technically Crocs. So, but yeah, that's what's in here. Blue Wolf is one that uses an actual shoe to put inside the foot paw. Some just use like socks and socks. I'm from Brooklyn now. Some just use socks and just kind of make the sock paws, which I've heard can be more comfortable, but they may not be as durable. So that's kind of the trade-off you have, especially if you have outdoor paws. You can kind of feel everything you step on with sock paws, from what I heard. And to be fair, in my first set of feet paws, I could feel some of the ground, just like walking around with the Midwest Fur Fest, like outside. Like inside is carpet, but outside, like getting to the con, because we stayed in the aloft. We'll probably end up doing that again. The room block's just yeah, fun fact. Midwest Fur Fest is open, registration is open. You can now get your hotel rooms, I think, kind of, maybe. There's also a lottery thing going on. I don't know how that works, but we might be staying in the Aloft again, which is a very nice hotel, very modern, definitely my taste. The only issue is it doesn't have like a connection directly to the hotel, so when I have to go from the hotel to the convention space, I have to walk outside. And I think 2018, when I had Alyss 1.0, I was debuting her, it just snowed and everything was slushy, and it was 5 seconds into walking, I realized, oh, these are not waterproof. So I had very wet feet for the first, for a few hours when I got to the con. But after about 5 minutes, I just forgot all about it because I was super excited. But anyway, it's nothing to do with these feet paws. I'm sorry I go off on tangents. But yeah, these are the feet paws. I really, again, love the way she did this. I think it's very, very ingenious. I am excited to see how well it works. But you can see, all the shaving that she did, pretty good job. The long fur back here looks really nice. Not looking forward to cleaning these. Generally with darker colors, not a big deal. If you have white feet paws, it sucks balls trying to clean these. You're never going to get them completely clean. And you don't really want to submerge these because this is foam, and foam soaks up water very well, doesn't release it very well. You don't get it completely dry, that's how mold happens. So, not a fan of cleaning feet paws in general. Again, it has nothing to do with Blue Wolf, it's just generally how feet paws are, or things with foam. But this will be interesting. I'm curious to see how well these work. I'm very curious to see how these Crocs feel, because I've never had those shoes before, excluding my sandals. But yeah, these are really well made. The inside actually feels really nice. She lined it with fleece, which is what most makers will do. They aren't just going to have you walk around with this scratchy backing, hugging at your ankles and your calf or whatever. I don't know my body parts right now. I'm tired. Literally just got back from class. I'm tired, people. But she did label them for me too. So this is the left paw. The right one's in here too. They do not match anymore because I put a different bottom. But actually, holding them up. Left, right. There we go. Yeah, that feels better. Holding them up, you can see the differences. So there are the indoors. Here are the outdoors. And it's about a 2-second change between the two. So those are the feet paws. I will probably plop those in front of Alyss because I'm running out of places to put things. And let's see. And these are the other parts of those. So I'll put those right as well. Finally, we have what you have all been waiting for. The component that is going to cover all of this. Alyss's head. Here is her head that I almost dropped. Let's see. Again, this is a 3D printed base, so it is very different from what she had before. That is not good there. There we go. Hair. That's the hair. There we go. She is in bad need of a brush, which I will do later on. Has nothing to do with Blue Wolf. That's shipping, and she's been in the box. But this is my Alyss. Again, she is 3D printed, so she does have the moving jaw. There's quite the update with these teeth. I like They're scary looking because if I see an animal that looks like this, I'm running away. But I like the new teeth. They look really cool. I'm not sure if Blue Wolf actually like poured these herself. I think she did. I actually think she is trying to get more away from, we'll say DVC, but I'm not sure where she buys everything. Because that's a big one. But I think she's actually trying to get fur in my eyeball. That's not what Blue Wolf is trying to do. I'm sorry. I think she's trying to branch out and start making components herself, which is going to be a big money saver if she can get it to work. So I believe I'm not sure if she made this nose or not. I think she did. I would have to look at it again. I do have all, the work in progresses for the things she sent me, as well as things in her general Telegram chat. I did follow that very religiously. That's how I could tell where she was in the process of making suits. So even though this took a year, most people would probably kind of freak out if their maker hadn't really started on their suit. But A, I commissioned her already before, so I knew how she was. And B, having that Trello list kind of puts your mind at ease. You can tell where she is, what she's working on. And being in her Telegram group, you can see all the work in progress pictures, not just for Alyss, but for anybody she's working on. It is really cool to see that process, to see what she's working on, what she's coming up with next. So this is me, Alyss. Love her eyeballs. Her eyeballs look more centered than the first Alyss. I'm liking the kind of, I guess I call them highlights. Like kind of in here. I think this is a bit of airbrushing. I am a little scared about the airbrushing because I hear that has to be redone after a while. So hopefully it won't be too big of a deal to the point where I have to actually ship it back to her again and get these airbrushed, because I don't know if it'd be worth it at that point. I might just let it fade. I'm not sure how that would work. Hopefully it'll take a while for it to do that. That's kind of why I changed Alyss's look in the first place. Not from suit to suit, but from when I got the Adopt to the finished ref sheet that you would see on my Fur Affinity. She originally had a lot of gradients, which looked really cool, but I knew that meant airbrushing, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that. I really don't want to deal with airbrushing. So since this is like a little bit just to emphasize like her mouth, to emphasize her eyes, and like bits of her cheeks, I'm pretty cool with it. We did try to, hopefully her floppy hair won't just go. That is something I really disliked in the first one. And I'm not going to knock Blue Wolf for it. It was just unfortunate. I think it happened with a couple other suits. I believe one is Cassidy Civet, who I think is kind of like a DJ. They do quite a lot of music-related stuff. It's really cool. But Cassidy got I do not know what their gender is, so I apologize for that. Cassidy Civet got their suit also from Blue Wolf. And they also had kind of these little hair danglies. And I remember when I first took her out, the Alyss 1.0, I went to a bowling night, and every time I turned my head, one of these would just flop its way up over my eyes. So now I'm blind trying to bowl, and it's not fun. I'm impressed I didn't take anybody out with a bowling ball. But I think she kind of worked it and made it so that these are less likely to flop in your eyes. Because just look at the eyesight in these is pretty good. It is pretty good. It's never going to be stellar because it's a fursuit. There's so many blind spots. But what little eyesight I have, I do not need this when I'm walking around. That's a good way to fall and bust my stuff. But no, she looks really great. I am going to look around here. Yep, she added vents in the ears again. You definitely can't see that. See if I can get my fat butt up. Come close to the camera. And show you in her ear holes is mesh. That is where the air is going to blow out. Even though this is 3D printed, and the advantages, I believe, of like having a 3D printed base, they're lighter. So she actually does feel lighter. She's not as heavy as a resin base. But it can still get a little hot. But I think 3D bases are supposed to be more porous as well, but it depends on how they're made. So she did put fans in Alyss's head, just like she did with the first one. Again, the first one's resin. With a resin head, you really need a fan. Those aren't breathable at all. So, like, the material of resin isn't really breathable. So she did do that. There are little vents in there. Her gauges right here. I don't know if you can see those, but My finger is going through it. The gauge is in her ears. She does have, when you open her very scary mouth, she does have her tongue ring. It is really hard to see. I'll try and take a close-up picture later on and post it later in edits. But she looks great. Opening her up, let's see. And the head kind of stops about here. Like I'm sure you've seen videos of makers who use foam, who just take a block of foam and carve it down and carve everything into the head. Those tend to go all the way around the head. This doesn't really do that, I don't think. Not so much. It has, think of like a baseball cap, or no, maybe like a construction helmet. Well, most of you probably haven't dealt with those before. I have worked construction, so I have. But I will, actually let me get one of my construction helmets and I will be right back. I want to show you something real quick. And I'm back. And found a construction helmet that does not have a company's name on it. I didn't want to do that. But if you look inside this helmet, what's going on with Alyss's head is kind of like this. Not quite, but the back obviously doesn't have this part. It just kind of has a cradle that forms its way around your head, and it's there basically so you can adjust the head. So to make this one for everywhere, bigger or smaller, you would take this and twist it out. I don't know if you can see that, but it's getting tighter. So I think there's something similar to that in the back of her head. I just grabbed this so I could show you, like, this is full of fur. Her head is full of fur, so it's going to be hard to show you inside her. But hopefully that gives you a better idea of what the inside of her head is like. I'm looking inside it. Well, I am now. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty much what I just showed you. Just right down to that little mechanism. Don't know if you can see. Get my butt up again. There we go. So, there you go. There's that mechanism in there. Hopefully you guys can see that, and I hope that focuses. Ugh. And this is really interesting plastic that she used for the 3D printing. It's not as porous as some of the others I've seen. If you go to, I'm not sure if DVC is one of those, but I believe Fuzzbutt Fursuits has bases with like holes all throughout the base. I think they're one of those. Just if I'm wrong, yell at me in the comments. But that tends to make it a bit more breathable. This one is a lot, it's more solid. It's definitely, see if I can show you, like a more solid piece of plastic right here. So I'm not sure how that will work in terms of like heating and cooling, if that'll make much of a difference. Like I said, it is definitely lighter. Her head is not as heavy as the first one is, though it weirdly feels bigger to me. I don't know. I could be right, I could be wrong. But in here, it's got like a little front area for like sweat, just like this one. This flap of whatever. Not sure what that is, but that flap of stuff. It's got that generally to kind of wick away like sweat and things like that. And in the back, it does adjust, maybe. Yep. Oh my god, it takes the strength of Thor to turn this thing, but it does adjust, and that's also really cool. Because, well, me being an adult, my head's not really going to change. Just even me getting bigger physically, like maybe my cheeks will change. I have pictures of when I was 300 pounds in undergrad, and my face looked very different. And then when I went down to 165 in graduate school, my face looked very different. So you can get bigger and smaller in your face, but it's not going to be anything too major. But even still, I do appreciate the fact that you can adjust this and get a really comfortable fit. Because with the first ones, and with most suits, you measure your head all the way around, and they work off that specification. And there may be a little bit of wiggle room in there, but there generally isn't too much because it's made specifically for your head. So I do like the fact that I can adjust this. I think that's a big plus, a big positive, and I like that positive change, the way she went with that. Obviously, I told you there's a fan, and here is the cord. That's a very, very colorful cord. Very bright green cord, nice. But no comments about, nothing wrong with the cord. I was like, wow, bright green. That's fancy and festive. But this is what you would use to plug into not a USB. Well, it is a USB, but you plug it into a power bank. So I have multiple power banks around my house. I have one big hefty one that if I threw it at you, I could kill you with it. It will charge my phone like 8 times before I need to charge it, but it's a pretty hefty monster. So probably something not something like that will be carried around, but I will be putting that in here. There's a pocket here for the power source for these fans. I am stupid and I did not bring that out here, so I'm going to get that and I will be right back. And we're back, and I have my power bank. I brought the big hefty brick that could be killed, or they could kill someone if I threw it, because that was the one that was available. I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in here and make sure everything works. I'm pretty sure she did this before she sent it to me, but I'll do it anyway. Hopefully this power bank has juice. It really should, because I've used it, but yeah, it's completely full. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely working. There's the fan. I can see it in the nose. See if I can bring this up to you guys. You can see it, hear it, smell it. You can't smell it, but if you look closely, you can see some of this blowing around. That's what the fan's blowing. So it definitely works. I'm gonna unplug that now and check that out. Yeah, it's looking really, really good. Very, very well made. There's a lot of hardware in here. Like, not like computer hardware, but just, there's a lot going on in here with the, I see that the jaw is connected by a rubber band. I'm very surprised by that. I'm not sure how long that will last. Hopefully that rubber band won't break anytime soon, because that's kind of making the jaw move. Hopefully that rubber band holds out. But I'm going to see if I can slip this on my head. This is going to be a pain in the butt because I have a lot of hair right now. See my big fish ball? That's as hard as it goes.
Jumping myself.
Oh, there. So, I have to do this. Oh wow. See if I can put my head in here. Get this. Let's see. So there we go. I will have to do something for the fit. This is the first time I'm looking at. The vision's pretty darn good. I'm liking the vision. I'll have to work with the head and also with my hair to get this fit right, but we'll take this off for now. I've been on for 5 seconds, I almost died. Oh my god. But this is attractive, I know, I don't care. Fur everywhere. I'm fighting the fur and the fur is winning. Anyway, this is Alyss 2.0. I think she looks adorable, and she will look even better after I brush her for being in this box for a month. I am so happy I got her. I am now looking forward to prep now for these videos, because generally with a video I can come out here and stick my phone on there and just start talking. But now I have to put all of this stuff on. Not all of it. When I did my videos, I did the head, the paws, and the sleeves. You couldn't see anything below my waist. There was no point in putting on the others, but there's going to be more prep. That I do not miss about my old videos, but I'm very excited to start using these in my videos again, and, you know, barring anything major that would happen. But no, everything was pretty good. Shape job's pretty good. I love the very shiny nose I have, and those nostrils do go all the way in. That's how the fan, which again is in her muzzle, it pulls the air in and cycles in and blows the hot air out through her earballs. So this is Alyss is trying to run away from me, but I love it. I love the way she looks. I'm liking this style too. I'll see if I can pin that. This might be her new look. I don't even know. This is, Yeah, sassy Alyss. But I love the way Alyss looks. I love the way this came out. She looks great. I like the improvements that Bullwolf has done. She's experimented with a few other things as well. I think she does do some not safe for work stuff as well. That's definitely not my bag, but you can look on her site, and if that interests you, that's something else she is offering now. I think she's also going to be doing just like ears. Like you've seen cat ears, like cat ear tail sets that are usually sold together. You can also see them a lot at anime conventions because cat girls and cat boys are a thing. But she is kind of experimenting with those as well. I wish she had gotten that done when I got this, because I would have gotten some Alyss ears. So I could be a bit more... Low-key isn't really the word I want, but go around at a time where even, heck, because I still go to anime conventions, and I did suit as Alyss as one of them, and I've had a couple friends as my handlers, and a couple of people gave me a weird look like, what are you doing here? But other people thought I looked really awesome. But I think it would be cool to have just like Alyss ears, and then I already have the tail. Wait, where's the tail? Oh no! I just realized there is no tail. Oh god. I will have to contact her about lack of tail. I do still have my old tail, so I can wear it with this maybe. That was something else I decided to do. I thought I was smart today to grab a knife and some scissors, just in case I need to cut stuff to open this. And I was feeling all smart, like, hey, I used my brain. I didn't use enough of my brain. I forgot the helmet, I forgot the power bank, and now I forgot the old components. So give me one more minute, and I will go get those. Be out of back, and I have components, and it looks like they're pretty much the same. I'm gonna let Alyss's head just sleep there for a second. I'll grab these because they're the same colors, but they're looking pretty close. This is a little darker, I think. So, maybe not a perfect match. It's hard to tell without sunlight. There we go. Well, yeah, this is a bit darker. It's a bit darker, but not too bad. So, and since it's behind me, it might not be that big of a deal. So, but yeah, the white's kind of just going to be the white, I think. No, that looks different too. This is a whiter white. This is more of a cream color. Though, keep in mind, I'm comparing a much older component. So this just might be age. So, but this is definitely a fresher white. The dark is, yeah, it's definitely a darker purple. Definitely a darker purple. So, in a pinch, I could wear this tail with the rest of this suit. These are my old sleeves. So, yeah, definitely. Well, I was gonna say a difference with the shaved jaws, but I wore these a lot, and this is a part that's going to get really worn, so it's not really a fair comparison, but I'll put the old sleeves over there somewhere, because they're not important to this thing. But yeah, this is the old tail, which was restuffed at one point, because I stupidly put it in the washing machine. Didn't put it in the dryer, put it in the cold, so it didn't like damage the fur or anything like that, but it made the stuffing in it really, really hard, and it all kind of sank to the bottom. I let that stuffing stay just to give her tail some heft, but I had to restuff it. So, just fun fact, don't put this in the washing machine. Things with foam, do not put them in the washing machine unless your maker says differently. Or, I'm sorry, this isn't foam, this is stuffing. Things with stuffing, please don't put those in the washing machine. It won't really hurt it, like, per se, but it will condense it, and that'll kind of mess it up. So, I can sew, so you know I can take this apart and I can restuff it. But if you can't sew, and if you're going to get a fursuit, I would strongly recommend learning how to sew. Nothing fancy. You don't need to be able to make a dress for a Queen Elizabeth or anything like that. But at the very least, you should be able to find a seam, take it out to a certain point to develop, open up a hole, stuff the thing, and then ladder stitch it closed. So you should learn a bit, like a few basic sewing stitches if you're going to have a fursuit, just so you can do your own maintenance. I would highly suggest that. I would also suggest knowing how to clean your suit. There are a lot of YouTube videos for that. If you bought one from a maker like I did, they should be able to tell you how to clean your suit. If you made your own suit, then you should probably follow the tutorials. I would highly recommend Sky High Studios. She's done multiple videos as of late when it comes to fursuit maintenance, and two of them specifically were cleaning your fursuit, specifically cleaning your head. Because with some of these, like the sleeves, the arm sleeves and the leg sleeves, they can totally be thrown in the washing machine. Cold water only. And that's not a big deal. And then when you take it out, you just hang it dry, brush it before you dry it. So when you get it out of the washing machine, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look ridiculous. So when you hang it up to dry, go ahead and brush it. But put that down. There you go. But yeah, so those can go in the washing machine. But again, feet paws, I would not recommend it because they have foam in them. And the head, yeah, good luck trying to put this in here. And since this does have some brushing, you do not want to put. You have to be. This is another reason why airbrushing can be a pain. You have to be very careful with it. So, if I decide to use that tutorial for Sky High Studios, I have to be very careful around the airbrushing. I don't know if I can actually use her tutorial for this suit because it has airbrushing in it. So that is something I'll have to ask Blue Wolf. But again, if you do buy your suit from a maker, they can tell you how to take care of it. If you made it yourself, then just follow the general YouTube tips. But with Sky High Studios, she has a vid just doing everything from scratch and doing everything with, I think it's called a little green. It's kind of like a carpet cleaner. It's like about yay big, I guess. Pretty portable. But there's a way to clean your suit with that. It's a lot more thorough because the machine will get a lot more of the dirt and the water out. But if you do not have that thing or you can't afford to buy that thing, then there are ways to just get your suit wet and blot it with the detergent and then clean it dry. But anyway, that is it for Alyss, excluding the tail. I'll have to ask her about the tail. There's definitely no tail in there. But we aren't quite done with the video. So we are done with Alyss components, which are everywhere. But we have a few other things. With every Fursuit commission, Blue Wolf gives you a shirt. So I have one already from my first commission. I got one and it was way too small. So I traded in for one that was way too big. And I just kept the big one because I was like, I can, magic sewing it into something smaller. But this is a slightly new kind of shirt. It looks more t-shirt-y. I don't think that's a word. The other one was more, it was kind of stretchy-ish. Kind of like a jersey. Not super flattering on bigger people when it's pulled tight. But again, mine was a dress. This one feels a lot more like a shirt like the one I'm wearing. I like that a lot better, honestly. I do not know if it's too big or too small or whatever, so I'll have to try it. I went ahead and got an extra large because I'm a big girl. I think it may fit. Not sure if it'll probably be tight in the boobs, but everything will be tight in the boobs. Yeah, it comes with a shirt. It has fur all over it, so I'll have to find a lint brush at one point. But provided it fits pretty decently. I am looking forward to wearing it at MFF. I do want to do that, so that way I can show off my suit and advertise who made it. Don't know if I said explicitly who made it. Blue Wolf Studios made this suit. I do not know why it didn't open with that. Because I'm me and I don't plan these things out and I just make stuff up as I talk. But yes, Blue Wolf Studios is the maker of this suit. Obviously their information will be in the description. And she does heads, either semi-real, real, or toony. Alyss would be, if you're trying to gauge what you're looking for, I wanted Alyss to be not completely realistic because I did not want the tear duct eyes. I'm not going to knock people who have those eyes. They look really cool. Their suits look really cool. I just need more vision than that. So I never wanted a realistic suit, but I wanted something a bit more toony for her, or a bit, not toony, but not realistic. So that's where semi-real comes in, but she specializes in all three. So you can get a head by itself, which not many people do, because it will just look odd, but you can if you want to. The next step there is basically the full partial, which comes with the head, the paws, the feet paws, and again, unless I misspoke, if I did, then somebody can yell at me. It comes with both both feet paws, so you'll just get a feet paw, and you'll get those two to interchange. It should come with a tail, the leg sleeves, and the arm sleeves. then you can move up to, I'm not sure if she does half bodies or not, I can't remember. I don't think I've seen any examples of those, but maybe I'm misremembering, I'm not sure. If that's the case, she would probably use maybe suspenders to keep those up. That's what I would use if I was going to make a half suit, and I might actually do that one day. Then she has the full suit, plant-to-grade, full suit, digidegrade. So that's what she offers. I believe the heads still start around $600 or $700, something like that for a head by itself. The full partial is around $1,100. Plus, there'll be about $250, $300 for shipping, depending on where you're on the planet. The full suits, I can't remember. You have to look those up. But Blue Wolf Studios is the one who made my suit. She is located in Costa Rica, and everything turned out really great. I'm really excited to try everything on. I will probably tack that onto the end of this video, because I don't know how to do it in between. I have so much video editing I need to learn, but don't have time to do it. So you're stuck with these crappy videos until I do that. But that is Alyss. Put her head down. I showed you the shirt. The only other thing in here, she used to do badges whenever you did commissions as well, like a badge of your character. I do not see that in here, so I guess she stopped doing that. I'm pretty sure I still have the old badge though. But what she did include was a couple stickers. 3 stickers to be exact, one of which I dropped. They just have her character, Ducori, on the sticker, and it says BWS, Blue Wolf Studios. Put that back before I lose them. There is a business card here. Oh my god, fur is everywhere. I'm gonna die. It just has Blue Wolf Studios, or BWS. We specialize in the production of suits, costumes of fursuit made with synthetic fur quality at a low price fursuit costume. The front half says Blue Wolf Studios, Maria Gutierrez, or Ducori, the character that she goes by. And it says Blue Wolf Studio Fursuits.com. Heredia, Costa Rica. Yes, she's located in Costa Rica, which sounds like a very fun place, much better than Illinois. And she has a Facebook and a Twitter. I follow her on Facebook. I can't follow her on Twitter because I don't have a Twitter. And it says, enjoy a lot of stuff in your fursuit. A strong fursuit hug. Attention, Ducori. Really cute. I love how she included this in there. Really cute thank you note. But that is actually it, I believe. Now it's just box. Yeah. Sad box with nothing in it. But that is Alyss 2.0. I'm going to pick her big fat head up. Just cuddle her with her for a bit. This is my Alyss 2.0. So hopefully, barring nothing else happens, I will be doing, that's a sentence. I will be doing my videos from here on out with this suit, as long as I can get everything to work, everything fits. I did do, again, a quick shoving the head on my hair, or on my head to see, how everything was working in there. I will have to do some adjusting and messing with it, and I'll have to do something with my hairball, or my koosh ball. But I'm really excited to get some pictures out, take some video of this, and yeah, if I do get in, the full body, I might do that here. I might take it over to my parents' place tomorrow, but that is pretty much it. I'm really excited that she's here. I'm excited that I can go forward with my videos with a new Alyss, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video that is 7 hours long. Very sorry it's that long, but there's a lot to it, and I ramble on when I talk, so I figured that was going to happen. But yeah, let me know what you think of Alyss 2.0. Do you like this one better than the first one? Do you like the first one better than this one? Do they both look exactly the same to you? How are you feeling about the different components? The 3D printing of the base, just the interchangeable feet pads, just call them that, whether they have pads or not. Everything that goes on with this, I'm very excited to mess with this thing and see what it can do, see what I look like. Seems like everything fits so far. I obviously didn't try on the leg sleeves because I need to take my pants off to do that, but I will get everything sorted and maybe stick in some videos of me just being stupid in this suit at the end of this vid. But thank you all for watching this. Thank you for sharing this little occasion with me. I was very excited to make this video. It was something I was really thinking about during vacation. It was something I was really trying to not think about because I had a lot of appraisal things to think about this past week at my class, but coming back, I could not wait to show it to you. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you guys don't hate this because you're gonna see a lot of it like in my upcoming videos. But yeah, if you like this video, if you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit the bell. You guys know how Facebook or how YouTube works. Since this is the end of September, I will probably be going back to, well, I just did Fursuit, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I will do next month. I technically should go back to Fursona pins because this is non-Fursona pin month, but I feel like I just did that. So I might instead go through 2 Kickstarters, or possibly more, depending on how much is in each Kickstarter. I might have to combine some. Thank you guys again for watching my video, watching me unbox my Alyss, and I will see you guys probably around the 2nd week of October. So have a good rest of your weekend, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.